Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome in to the Hoops Hour. It's the NCAA Hoops Hour. I am the big man on campus. Hope you're having a great Friday here. And we're ready to make some money here. Not a ton on the card tonight. We'll go through each game, try to see if we can find some value, and talk a little bit along the way. Super Bowl weekend, so that'll be fun. But I'll tell you, I don't have any premium plays tonight. No, nothing really wet my whistle. So, I'll throw out a free play here on the show. Probably the best of the worst, basically. But we've done well with these free plays. So, we'll keep it up. We did not hit with the free play last night. In fact, we didn't hit with our premium either. Wasn't the best night in the world, but I've had a good week overall, 2-1 with my premium selections. I think I'm 4-1 here on the show. So, it's been a pretty successful week. We'll look to keep it up tonight and try to throw out a nice, easy winner. Hit the like button. Obviously, already we already have a dislike, which we thank that person for watching the show at least. That's what these idiots don't understand. By adding a listen, you just make my show better. Thanks for that. Ninja, James, Vinny. Vinny's liking the way I handled the clowns last night. I don't know what he's talking about, but thank you, Vinny. Isaiah, Ryan, Michael, Michael Watt. Michael Watt, he made me hot. That was in the Still Tippin' song years ago. Desert Gambler, Mitch, Jordan, Chad, Drew, Naeem, Chris, Brett, hit the like button, Semajay, Devin. Devin's in Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico. What a beautiful place. Marco, Sacktown, Anthony, Blake, Gary, Kyle. What's happening? Brian, appreciate it. Let's go through a couple of these games here. We're going to start though in a few minutes. I want to kind of start. I want to kind of start this show at like 10 minutes in, so we don't have so many people asking me what game I'm on and that kind of stuff. The play will come later. We're going to tease you guys for a little bit. So if you have a question on college hoops or whatever, feel free to send it in. We're going to go over all the games though, but I want to kind of wait a few minutes before we start getting into these games, so we don't have so many people asking, what are you on? What do you like here? What do you like there? Thank you, Casey Square. Appreciate it. Mike Mayo, what's up? Bobby, Chris, the guy's trying to insult you and get under your skin. No, I don't bite on that anymore. I just make them look stupid, because that's all they are. What's up, John Sheridan? Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Shadow, what's happening? Big Man on Campus prop bets. Let's take a look at this. Number of times Big Man on Campus tells someone to settle down. Over under 2.5. Over 100 times Nuke Workers has hit the like button. Yeah, those are two good ones. I'll go over on both. Any opinion on Tekashi 6ix9ine copping out? Yeah, I'm going to talk about that actually. I'm glad you brought that up. Listen, it's a sad situation. It's a forget. You got to forget, obviously. You think about the kid and his family. You think about his daughter, his girlfriend that have to live with this shame. It's not just the person that snitches. It's what that person's family is going to have to deal with. So it doesn't make any sense. So he rats yesterday on Kuda for shooting Chief Keef. Yet today he pleads guilty. Does that make any sense? I guess he's just admitting to it and they'll cut his sentence. Either way, he's going to get locked up, and either way, his career's over. Being in a gang, and like when you go to jail, if your paperwork's correct, for the most part, you'll be okay. Like you're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to get beat up. You're not going to, generally, if you're good and you treat people correctly, you'll be fine in prison. That's just how it goes. It's not like they tell you it is. And that's what a friend of mine told me. I have a good friend of mine that's locked up in the feds, and he told me that, if you come in here and your paperwork's okay, you'll be okay. 6ix9ine's paperwork, he'll always be in SEG. He'll always be in PC. And when he gets out, these gangs that he's messing around with, they're not these little rap groups that are just going to forget and everything. These are hardened criminals that do not deal with rats well. I mean, and he's always going to have to look over his shoulder. Whether he has to go into witness protection, I don't know. But this stuff's out in the streets now, and he's, obviously it's going to be. He's not. No one's going to get to him in jail because he's in PC, and other people that are in PC are in his same situation. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I think we all knew he was always kind of a bit of a weirdo. He was always a bit of a snitch. And it was I thought his music was okay. Like there were certain songs of his that I liked. I liked the fact that he was outspoken and seemed to not take shit from anyone, but he did seem like he was putting on a bit of an act. He didn't seem like he was what he said he was. I think he's a kid that kind of fell on the sword a little bit. They propped him up. He was kind of when you have a young kid like that in a group with other older people, they're almost going to put all the blame on him. And he was kind of the target, I think, because he was the guy that everybody knew about. Nobody really knew who Kuda was. No one knew who Shotty was. They knew him because he hung out with Tekashi. So yeah, I think he had to kind of fall on the sword a little bit. And people will say, well, they were going to, make him fall on the sword. Why wouldn't he rat? Well, because if you're in dirt, you just get dirty. You don't start pointing fingers at other people. And he's going to have to live with that. But nowadays it's okay to rat. So I think for the most part, Tekashi will probably somehow be fine out of all this. But he's going to have to watch his back for sure. I mean, this isn't a dwindling Cosa Nostra or a dwindling, group. This is a gang. Black gangs and hoods are very prevalent now. You have to watch yourself. So yeah, that's my opinion on Tekashi. He's going to be in jail, and when he gets out, he's going to have to always look over his shoulder. What he'll get penalty wise, I don't know. I mean, I think the charges probably. I mean, he pleaded guilty, so I guess they'll maybe give him, they'll take care of him. He did rat, so that's obviously going to be helpful. It's a Fed case, so he's not getting off. I mean, he's going to do some time. He's not going to do life, but I mean, I think some of the people involved here will. This isn't a RICO Act case. I mean, RICO is you're better off killing somebody, frankly. That's the truth. I mean, so he ain't gonna get 47 years, which is what the max is, but I don't know. I think he'll probably do like 5 or 10 years, I would think. Feds don't lose. So when you want to start selling drugs and doing Fed stuff, big time RICO shit, and you want to be the big kingpin, you better think about it. Most kingpins don't die on the street and rich men. They die in jail. So, is it cool to be, in a 9-tray blood? Yeah, I guess to some people. Do I respect people that commit crime? No, I get people grow up tough and they live certain lives, but you got to know when to go away, get away from it. Some people can, some people don't. His goal was to hang out with people like that, but now he just looks like an asshole because we're all out here enjoying life and he's in a box. So where's that get you now? In a year, we won't even remember who this guy is. He's not going to get 47 years. So, yeah, you say something for his family. It's sad for his family. It's sad he's got to go to jail. I mean, but he should have thought about that before he decided to start shooting people and selling drugs. And if you want to play in dirt, you can get dirty. That's just the truth. I mean, he won't look that way, and if he lives in Iowa, Jay Luke, I mean, he's going to look way different. But let's get into the show here. There's two things I don't respect. It's rats, and it's people that scam people and steal and shit like that. People like him, I can't ever get behind. Let's get into the card here. Thank you, David. He ain't going to do 47 years. Yeah, he's got to sit in jail till 2020 too. Sentencing's not for a while. Penn, Cornell. Kind of lean Penn. They missed the best of the number here. This one's up to 6.5. It is a road game. Penn coming off, obviously, the big 5 win. So maybe it's a bit of a letdown game, but it is one of the first league games they've had. They really need this game. They've already lost 2 games to Princeton. Really need this one. But winning by 3 possessions is a little different story. This one's getting kicked off at about 20 minutes. I lean Penn, but it is a tough spot. Road game, letdown spot. No opinion. Princeton, Columbia. I know Princeton, one of their better players, will be out in this game, but Columbia stinks. Brown, Dartmouth, no opinion. Yale, Harvard. Lean Yale. I really like Yale a lot. I think Mia Ione is really good. Jordan Bruner. But Bryce Aiken back for Harvard. He's been playing some great basketball. Harvard, a tough team under Tommy Amaker. I get the feeling this is a low-scoring game. I think under's probably a good play. I know Yale goes quick and they can score, but I think Harvard's going to really slow the pace in this game, really kind of dictate the tempo. I think it's a close game. I think it kind of high 60s, low 70s, maybe 72, 68, something like that. Harvard very slow. Average possession length over 18 seconds. I think they're going to dictate tempo. I'm going to slow this one down. They like to play games in the 70s, 60s. I think their game's played around there. Kind of like the under here. What's up, Freddie? How are you, buddy? Good to see you. I hope you're well. By the way, guys, no off the board tonight. We're not on tonight. No 9 o'clock show. We are off due to some traveling with the equipment, so we are not going to be on tonight. Vegas Gun, welcome in. Hustle Man, welcome in. North Philly, they're in the house. Thank you for joining us, North Philly, up on Cambria Street. Shout out to those guys. What's up, Matt, Adam, Terrell? Let's keep it moving here. Davidson, St. Bonaventure. Davidson looks like the play here, but this is a very tough trip. It's tough to go up to Olean and win. St. Bonaventure, a good team. They're not the team that they were last year, but they're starting to get healthy now. You look at kind of up and down this roster. Courtney Stockard's good to go. LaDarian Griffin's good to go. Kyle Lofton's good to go. Can you get that second score for them, though, that third score? I like Davidson. They look like the best team in this conference. This is a big game for them. They really need to have this because there's a lot of pressure on them right now, Davidson. You look at the fact that St. Louis is kind of mired in a bit of a slump here. St. Louis has won 6 of 7. They're playing great basketball. They're 15-5. They're great offensively. Very good on defense, and they close games out with field goal or with free throws. 75.2% from the line. Kellen Grady's back healthy. I like Davidson on the road, but that's a tough place to play up there. Will there be a Periscope tonight? Probably later. Bonnie's have been better recently, yes, but Davidson's played well too. What's my best bet? We'll get to that in a little. Yeah, guys, you don't need to ask about games. We're going to get to all of them, okay? I mean, I don't know how many times I got to say that on these shows. We do, on cards like this, we will get to every game. Let's keep it moving here. The under in this game, I don't really have an opinion. I like Davidson. Michigan, Iowa. Someone called my show about this earlier. I like Michigan here. I know Iowa's in a good spot. They're at home and everything. But other than that, there's just not a lot to like about Iowa in this game. They really feed off getting to the line. Michigan doesn't put you on the line. Michigan is as good as it gets on defense. And Iowa can't defend. Michigan's number 1 in adjusted efficiency defensively. They just don't put you on the line. They don't do anything negatively. They're number 2 in the country in free throw attempts for the opposite team. They don't put you on the line. And all of a sudden, offensively, they're starting to look pretty good. I know they don't got a ton of depth, and foul trouble could be a problem, but foul trouble could be a problem in any game. You really just got to hope that Brasdikis is able to defend without fouling, and someone gives you something, Eli Brooks or Livers or someone like that. I just don't think Iowa's very good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Michigan seemed to kind of figure it out lately. 1-2 in a row, both blowouts. One was on the road last Friday night. I I don't really see Iowa as much of a problem here. Lake Michigan. Northern Kentucky, IUPUI. This is kind of the weird line of the day. I lean IUPUI. I'll be honest with you. I think for some reason tonight, Jason Gardner's team is going to bring it. No one's going to be at this game. No one's going to be watching it. It's kind of a shitty atmosphere. Northern Kentucky's on the road. Got 2 straight road games here. This is a tough trip for Northern Kentucky. Tonight in Indiana, Sunday against Illinois, Chicago. They don't make free throws. Why is the line going the opposite way? The whole world's on Northern Kentucky, yet the line has went down. Kind of like IUPUI here. I think this wouldn't surprise me if this is a close game. Milwaukee, Green Bay, no opinion. Wright State, Illinois, Chicago, lean over. Both these teams struggle defensively. UIC does go very quick. Wright State, a pretty solid offensive team with Loud and Love down low. Like him a lot. I think Billy Wampler and Cole Gentry, pretty good shooters. I think this is kind of like the Green Bay game for Wright State. First time these two teams played, 75-72. That would get over this number. I think we see it again here. Wright State are terrible on defense. Maryland, Wisconsin. This is going to be my play of the day. I'm going to go with Maryland here, plus 5.5 against Wisconsin. Wisconsin playing good basketball. But I've talked about Wisconsin. They are truly all about matchups. They get the right matchup, you back them. They don't get the right matchup, you don't back them. That's been no more evident. You look at Wisconsin here with matchups. When they face a team that can bully you, they do not win. It's that simple. I mean, how else do I have to say it? West Kentucky, Basie, bullied them. Minnesota, Lynch, those kind of guys, bullied them. Purdue, Harms, bullied them. Maryland, first game, bullied them. What's the difference here? Ethan Happ does not want physicality. He just doesn't. I like Anthony Cowan a lot. Maryland is struggling a little bit. They're another team that's very matchup reliant. When they play a team like Michigan State, they'll struggle. But when they can bully a team down low, they'll win. Too many points here. Play of the day, Michigan State or Maryland plus 5.5 against Wisconsin. Y'all got Wisconsin money line? Well, sorry. What's up, Jay? The whole corner cash in Lehigh? Good. Difference could be free throws here. That's another good point. We all know Wisconsin struggle there. Maryland, a team that does not struggle there. Maryland shoots 76% from the line. It's another big thing in this game. They get to the line. They make their threes. Great way to hang around. Maryland plus 5.5 are play of the day. Quinnipiac and Canisius. I don't really bet this league. I think two of these teams can, really kind of make a way if they can figure some things out. But I don't know. I don't really bet this league too often, so I don't have a big feeling on it. I do like Cameron Young a lot for Quinnipiac. Good player. Rich Kelly as well. Canisius, what do they really do well? Nothing. Big time pass. Buffalo, Bowling Green. Buffalo should get the job done here. I think anytime Buffalo plays, you like them. But Bowling Green has had some success this year. They're playing some good basketball. Finally had a loss after a big win streak. Lost the other night out at Miami of Ohio in a game they really didn't play well in. Now they got Buffalo coming in. And it's always a tough matchup. Bowling Green need to find a way to score inside the 2-point line. They struggle. They struggle in a half court. Buffalo may speed them up, though. Let them play in the, kind of in transition, 3 balls, that kind of stuff. You got a total here in this game at 157. Bit high, though. I was hoping we get, mid to low 150s. North Dakota, Western Illinois, I have no opinion on. There you go. I broke all the games down. We shouldn't have any other comments on games. I broke them all down. And I like the Maryland Terrapins plus 5.5. My play of the day. Guys, it's we started the show 5 minutes late. We started getting to the games late. And Zach A comes in and talks about any thoughts on the Ivy League slate. Zach, listen, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to rewind. We tried to wait. I can't. I cannot go back and talk about the same game's over. It's not good radio. It's not good podcasting. You're gonna have to go back. Sorry. Um, yeah, I started 10 minutes late. Exactly. And still there's people that come in, hey, can you talk about this game? Already talked about it. It's like I do a Periscope. That's why I wish I could figure out how to do like a scroll where someone just types every minute what the play is. I say I'm on a second half. 2 minutes later, hey, what are you on tonight? What do you got on you got any second half bets here? Hey, what's second half bet? It's like, Jesus. The mother of Takashi 69's child is up sad and worried about possible retribution. The baby's mother, who is Sarah Molina, joined TMZ Live and said that she is concerned for her safety after he dimed out fellow gang members to the feds. This is where it gets sad, you know. She's going to need to be under protective custody. That's going to be a concern. She's got a young daughter. Very sad. And now he won't get to see his kid again because I wouldn't want my kid around him. Sad situation for all, you know. And what's so sad about this is it's not sad from him because he's an idiot, but it's sad because like he was making money. Like what? I don't understand this. Like it's like, you know, you're gonna make good money doing the music thing if you just kind of, you know, chill, do your thing. But you had to make that extra money. You had to make that extra, you know, couple 100,000. You know, couple 100,000 ain't worth, you know, 5 years, 10 years, sometimes 20, 30 years. It's sad all around, really. Um, any NBA games I like? What did I take? I haven't taken anything yet in the contest. And actually, you know what? I have. I took one game. I took the Thunder. Took the Thunder. I haven't made my other two plays yet, and I want to keep them secret because we're in a competition right now, and the game is close. Be on for another 5 minutes or so, guys. I enjoyed you and Rail going at it on Periscope. We weren't going at it. I was just making a joke. Gotta love Twitter. Going at it. Yeah, we were really going at it. Tough. Real crazy fight. Exactly. Greed is not good. A lot of big bets coming in on the Super Bowl. Feel free, guys, if you're free, to listen to the show we did at 3 o'clock. A lot of great callers. I think we had 11 or 12 callers. A lot of good opinions there. Whale Capper joined us. Alex Smith joined us. My sister called in. A lot of people joined us. So make sure you check that out. You can go to iTunes and listen to the podcast. Just type in the closing line. Cory Booker has submitted his presidential video. He will run for president, and it's interesting now. You know, you look at Cory Booker, Kamala Harris. Um, Obviously, Alexandria Cortez can't run because she's not old enough. But yeah, it's interesting. You know, you're starting to see some of these guys and girls starting to throw their hats in. A lot of good choices here. What do I think about a lead change in the second half? I'm sure there'll be a lead change. Seems like a good one. Who is winning the competition currently? He's up by like zero 0.5 units or so. Are we on TuneIn? No. Just go to Periscope. Or not Periscope, iTunes. Do I like the over 140 in Penn? No. I don't have any other opinions on the games, guys. I went over all the games. Those are what I have on it. But I'm a big Cory Booker guy. I like Cory Booker. I like his story. I like who he is. Will he get my vote? I'm not saying he'll get my vote, but he is an interesting candidate. A team that I want to go see in person is Lehigh, and I want to check out when they play next because that kid the other night, Jordan Cohen, was terrific. I have to go see a Lehigh game. I don't live that far from Lehigh, so I want to go up there. What time do I start Periscope? I don't know. I don't really have a time. I usually just sporadically go on. Okay. Larry likes Davidson. Do I believe in socialism? No comment. I'm not going to talk about that. I was just kind of bringing up some news today. Who's going to win the Patriot League? I'm going to go with Lehigh. Stay on for a few more minutes here. What's my Super Bowl prop play from Calogero DeMarco? How about that? We have a guy named Calogero in the chat. That's awesome. My favorite prop is John Bon Jovi to be shown. It's my favorite one. Do I like Michigan? Yes. Settle down, Jordan. I think he was just asking a question. But he knows that I like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I'm a big fan of hers. By the way, Ocasio-Cortez is getting a lot of love from Republicans. How about that? They're starting to worry about Alex a little bit. About girl, AOC, baby. I might lead the committee when she runs. Big AOC fan. Progressive, everyone's worried about. The progressive that gets other Republicans scared. Rough and Rowdy's tonight. I will be watching it. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably watch Rough and Rowdy. I fucking hate Marty Mush, so I hope he gets knocked the fuck out. And I do kind of like Matt Brown, so I'm hoping he knocks Marty Mush out. I, again, really want to fight in Rough and Rowdy. I have a few people I'd like to fight, so Barstool could make that happen. They can contact me. Jordan Parnes says AOC is a celebrity crush. Well, start waiting. Marty Mush is a mush. Yeah, he is. Do any lines get posted for Rough and Rowdy? Yeah, my bookie has them up, I think. What's Rough and Rowdy? It's a amateur boxing match. Who would I want to fight? Glenny Balls. I hate that fuck. Who else? Probably Nate. I'd fight him. I'd probably fight Glenny Balls. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up. I like to keep politics and religion separate. I try. I mean, I don't. I'm definitely not one that keeps it totally separate. I kind of research everything, but I don't know. I don't want to totally offend people. People know I'm liberal, so. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. I'll probably be on Periscope a little bit later, but I've done a ton of shows this week. I'm going to go lay it down a little bit, maybe watch some TV, have some dinner, and I'll be on Periscope a little bit later, maybe 10 or 11 o'clock. Again, we have no premium plays tonight. We're kind of just having some fun, throwing a play in on Maryland. Maryland is not counting against the record, just a play I'm having some fun with. We'll have a big card tomorrow, so if you're a client, you can look for plays around 11 o'clock. Also, guys, before I go, if you're interested in joining the service, all you have to do is go to rightwager.com. I'm probably going to have at least 3 plays tomorrow in college basketball, so you can join me. I am doing very well in college hoops right now. I'm 1 game up on the season, but we started out very slowly. I'm 30-20 since. I've hit 30 of 50 plays. If you want to join me, you can. Well, you know what, Dominic? We think you're an idiot here in Pennsylvania. So take it easy. We're not dealing with that MAGA shit in here. Listen, if you like that, go ahead and that's fine, but we're not going to put up with it here. Just like if you came in and said, you know, I'm not going to tell Donald Trump anything bad, but we're not going to have that crap. This isn't a show about that. So enjoy your night, man. Am I having a show tomorrow? Yeah, I have a show on SBR. So yeah, if you're a client, you want to get the picks. We'll have some picks later. Make sure you check your subs. And if you want to join the website, you can join us at rightwager.com. Have a great night. I'm the big man on campus. Play of the day for free is going to be on Maryland +5.5.